Hello again YouTube, and welcome back to Just Get a Tesla. I am in Fraserburgh, having had to quite literally abandon my village so that they could do snow clearing. I am not kidding. So, more snow driving. I have driven down the hill. It's a bit skatey, but it's okay. But we are now into the ice skating rink part of the winter. So again, is my all-wheel drive Tesla up to the job? So what I'm going to do now is jump you back in time, up the hill, back into the village as I set off down here. And then when we've done that, we'll come back and then we'll go for a bit of an explore. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what's gone on with my microphone here, but I'll mute out all of the crackling and I'll just talk over myself. Basically, you can see as I come out of the village, whilst the road is now cleared enough for traffic to be able to get up and down, there are literal mountains of snow. You can see them piled up there, and cars that are completely buried within it that just have not moved at this point for a week. Those two that we've just gone past. And then as we get out onto the normal roads, and I've sped some of this up because, again, you can't hear anything, but I'm saying that I'm just taking it nice and gently as we get onto some of these sections, because I'm still not entirely sure how skatey that it is, but also the simple reality that these snowbanks that you're seeing on either side keep closing in and out. So this is the A98, which is one of the main regional roads that we've got. And there's an awful lot of trucks go up and down here. And although the bends are quite sweeping and the gradients are like changes are relatively gentle, you cannot see very far around some of these. So I have got to keep it back a little bit and just make sure that as we get up to some of the bends, we're not going to get taken out by a truck coming round the other way. Anyway, that will do for now. Back to the bottom of the hill in Fraserburgh, I will pick up from there. Before we go any further in this video, I just want to thank today's video sponsors, 3W Floor Mats, who make the mats that are in my Model Y Tesla, and you can also get them from Model 3 or for a whole host of different brands. What I find so brilliant is the way that with the removable carpet inserts, I can go from having luxury carpet under my feet to having serious hard-wearing rubber, which is going to enable all of the winter icy stuff to not mess up the interior of my car. So if you want to get a set of mats for yourself, then check out the referral link that's on the screen and get a really handy discount. On our way out of Fraserburgh, and we're not going the coast road. When Google Maps, set on traffic mode, cannot show you traffic data, that's the bit where I go, I don't know what the road's like, but there's been so little movement down it that it has no clue whether it's moving normally or not. So we're not going to do the coast road, we're going to cut inland instead. Let's try and find a little bit of a hill to go up, but yeah, either way, here at the coast the weather's absolutely fine. There's some snow down on the ground, I mean there is, but nothing dramatic, and it's 2 degrees, which is more than it was where I am. I suspect that the higher we climb, the worse the weather and the worse the temperature is going to get. Yeah, nice and easy on the regen, nice and easy. Actually have to go onto the brakes there, a bit of squealing. Good, let's scrub the brakes. Brakes need a scrub. It's an interesting point on this car, Model Y Juniper, and only on the Juniper, not on the previous version. The brakes do squeak. And I don't know why the brakes squeak. driving through Memsey, and what do I see on the right? A Renault dealer. Renault make the Renault 5, which is smoking hot. I am looking for a second car, probably a smaller, cheaper car, certainly a car that's cheaper to insure. And it's got to be said, if I'm looking for a new one, a Renault 5 would be a really good option. I'd love to just get another Tesla, but Tesla don't make one. It's a shame. Wow, all I can see is huge puddles coming off this truck. So what we're going to do is go into the middle of the road, avoid that. Yeah, that's running off. Some of this is starting to melt off a little bit, so it's running out into the road. So yeah, still above freezing though, 2 degrees. Let's see how that drops as we climb. I just keep seeing spray coming off this truck as it goes ploughing through some of these puddles. As all of this starts to melt, as we go into the weekend and the temperatures rise and this starts to melt, we are going to have some seriously soggy roads. Seriously soggy. We're kind of in the sweet spot where movement is actually possible. I don't think free movement like this is going to be possible for that much longer. Again, not only taking it nice and gentle as I go around here, but it's quite narrow because of the snowbank, so you can see the size of the snowbanks on the other side. Wow, look at this, look at this. And we are getting, yeah, we're getting kind of shunted across into the middle, but no one is coming the other way. Look at the size of these. Fantastic. So I have got slippery surface mode on. So we're going to dynamics and slippery surface. Just as a reminder, that means that both rear and front motors are permanently on. Okay, as my understanding of it, at least anyway, is that it's distributing traction on both axles all of the time. And that means that I have got all-wheel drive available to me. Again, I'm paying for all-wheel drive. I want all-wheel drive. It'd be good to have some kind of plug-in to be able to actually do some proper testing of this. I have got something coming. It's been delayed a few times, but I have got something coming. So the next time we get anything approaching snow and ice, I'm going to have that running so we can see exactly how the distribution of traction is done and test all of the modes. But again, if you want that, then please subscribe. That will be coming probably in the next wintry burst that we get. I absolutely guarantee there are other wintry bits coming this winter. It's still only the beginning of January, so we're guaranteed to get more. Going nice and steady around some of these bends because yeah, it does narrow a little bit and then widen back out again. So we have got a decision to make. Are we going to go the longer way around, or are we going to try and go up and over the hill? You know what? Let's go the hill way, just because it should be okay. Should be okay, surely. And it's more interesting than going the longer way around. Look at this. Snow literally now coming down off these tree branches as it starts melting. Yeah, this has been ploughed. Well, that's helpful at least. Well, we'll see how far we get. I might have to turn around and come back, you never know. Funnily enough, there's less snow here than there was lower down, at the moment at least anyway. I know the higher up we get, there is going to be more, just because that's where I live, and when I left a little earlier this morning, they were having to quite literally plough the village. They were clearing mountains of snow off into trailers to then be dragged away and tipped into fields, because you could not just let that snow melt. If you do, it's going to overwhelm the drains and make a terrible mess. So they actually had to physically dig it out, stick it on trailers and haul it off. Wow. That was quite a lifted Land Rover. Anyway, what are we? 2 lanes just about. 1 each direction, maybe. Either way, this road is a lot clearer than it has been. So that's a good thing. And then hopefully by the time we get back to the village, they finish ploughing. Don't want people coming the other way at this point, because although this is a 2-lane road, we are kind of shunted into the middle. Yeah, there's yeah. Someone coming the other way needs to be in the same centre bit that I'm in. So let's try and clear this before that happens. Other than that this has been absolutely fine. Again, we'll just ease it back as we get up to here. That's definitely been pinched in, look, and we're basically single lane. Oh good, someone's coming. Ah, fantastic. People are coming down at the bit where it's a little wider. So that's a wonderful piece of timing, because that could have been slightly awkward. Yeah, I think that's one of the tractors that has been taking the mountains of snow away. That's good. Oh, look at this. Again with the squeakily brakes. I don't understand what it is about this version of the car where the brakes squeal when it's cold. And there seems to be an awful lot of people complaining about it. It's not just me. Wow. Absolute mountains of snow. Literal mountains of snow. This is fantastic. But it's great because they are creating these mountains so that they can basically trailer them away, which is what we need, because yeah, it's been a blast. Are you going there? Where are you going? Are you going there or are you going there? Okay, thanks. He's parking. Tractor's behind me. Shirley's dumped a car there. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Good. So what we're going to have to do is do what Shirley's just done, I think. Car literally dumped. Buses aren't running anyway, because further up they're still shoveling snow, mountains of it. Mountains. Well, that's why I'm not parking there. Doing a grand job. I mean, very literally. Look, that's very, very, very much better than it was earlier. And so as snow clearance work continues, I'm going to leave it there. I'm parked right down at the other end of the village. That's not a problem. The point is, snow, ice, whatever, it's not a problem if you just get a Tesla. So if you like meandery videos like this of real world use of my Tesla, then make sure that you subscribed, and I will see you back here very soon on Just Get a Tesla.